Welcome back for today's college basketball pick video play. We absolutely crushed the books yesterday, going 6-1 against the spread across all of our free and premium plays. If you're interested in getting our daily free play as well as all of our college basketball picks for today's action, you can get those over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Heading into this one, talking about this matchup here between the Eastern Kentucky Colonels and the Kansas State Wildcats. Going to give our lean on where we see the better value against the spread. Eastern Kentucky coming in as significant underdogs, getting 19.5 points in this neutral environment, going out and playing in the Virgin Islands. Now, Eastern Kentucky, they opened up with a very disappointing result. They were completely run off their own court in a higher scoring matchup against a very dangerous Marshall opponent, losing that one by a final of 77-105. But the Colonels seemed to learn something from that difficult matchup, as after that they went on the road against a respectable Chattanooga opponent, and the Colonels didn't have the greatest first half, but they were able to come back down the stretch of the second half and actually go on to win that one by a final of 81-78. And then after that, in their last outing, they completely blew out a lower division opponent by a final of 107-52. So right now they're sitting 2-1. They're coming off back-to-back wins. Now coming into this neutral site game, not going to be the easiest matchup here for the Colonels, but whenever you're going against Kansas State, who likes to grind things out in the half court and lean on their defense, you always have a puncher's chance, especially if you're knocking down your outside shot. So Kansas State, they've opened up 2-0. Not necessarily the most impressive start by any means, but victories nonetheless, both at home against mid-major opponents Kennesaw State and Denver. We actually faded Kansas State in their last outing. They came in as considerable favorites at home against Denver, kind of a similar spread to what we're seeing in this matchup. And it was a pretty competitive matchup throughout, the Wildcats winning at the end of the day by a final of 64-56. And again, one of these lower scoring type matchups where it's just difficult to get out to a very large lead when you limit the number of possessions in these slower type of games. In their first matchup, again, an even lower total in that one, hitting just 97 points in their 56-41 victory over Kennesaw State. And if the Wildcats, again, today score in that 60-point range, they're going to have a tough time covering a spread of this magnitude. And given the fact that Eastern Kentucky, they're coming off a couple of wins, really boost their confidence a bit, and knowing that they're going to be going into a matchup against obviously a talented and capable team, but limiting the number of possessions, they have a puncher's chance at maybe keeping things interesting and competitive like Denver was able to do against the Wildcats in their last meeting. So with that being the case, we feel like Eastern Kentucky on the neutral site getting the 19.5 points is going to be the better value bet. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. Again, you can check out all of our college basketball picks, including our daily free play, over at stumpthespread.com. Linked down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for future videos.